Okay then, there we go. There we go. We are good. We are good now. Right. Welcome on in, everybody, to King of the Castle. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sitting through our long-winded conversation about our favourite animes. We will be starting now. Monarch Asgall III. Everybody say hello, and where are my notes? There they are. Monarch Asgall III, you guys voted to keep both wrathful and prudent, so no real changes here from Asgall II. We're going to initially go for a military ambition, and should our military be good enough, we will invade Ashmead again. However, should our military be not so good, we're instead going to go for a farming ambition. We're never going to forgive or forget a slight and bear grudges. And we're always going to try and punish those that have wronged us. You like to keep a sizable amount of funds on hand in case of emergencies, and we'll pay to handle emergencies if we can. Furthermore, I have returned to the Northern faith. Monarch Asgall III is a fully fledged pagan. They hate the idea of faith, they love pagans, and they love the chiefs. What are we doing tonight, Brain? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. We're going to take over Ashmead. Oh, let's begin. Let's have a look at... You know what? The state of the nation is pretty good. We're pretty good. If I can thread the needle, if we can get through this without a civil war, we should be doing okay. Now let's have a look over here at everyone. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of people. Welcome on in, everyone. Let's do a round of introductions for everyone here at the start. We got Baron Shadow... Oh, that which lurks. The state of the nation is pretty good. Let's fix that. No! No, let's keep it. Let's keep it good. Baron Shadow Moon joins us. Baron Hookerlord. Baron Nilawa. Baron Simone. And Baron Taurus Bloodser II. Welcome on in to our Barons. Joining us in the Chiefs, we have Chief Whopper, Chief Advisor, Chief Weldris II, Chief Gwentaris II, and Chief Vitamin Chi. Welcome on in, all of our chiefs. And starting off with the patricians, we've got Lady Patrician Morgrim, Lord Patrician Gibbo, Noble Patrician Chad, and finally, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush II. Welcome on in. Don't take sorcery, anti-bees. Yeah, no, the bees are here to stay, I think, at the minute. How did Gwentaris die? I don't know. I don't know. I'll slowly be putting all the VODs out, by the way, onto my... Let me make a note of that. There we go. Ooh. So yeah, I'm going to be doing it at some point this week. I'll be getting all the VODs up on the YouTube channel. They're all on there, I've just got to tailor them a bit and release them. So, welcome on in. Let's begin, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill. And with your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I'm gonna be a big bad conqueror, thank you. A warrior monarch is sure to be remembered fondly, if they win more battles than they lose. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I'll return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Hey, Ashmead, we didn't hear no bell. It's time for round 3, baby. Let's go for the council introduction. Let's glad hands for people. What have we got? Now that you're the monarch, your first duty is to meet with the council of nobles. Okay, who have we got from the chiefs? Hey, it's Gwentaris II. Good luck in the days ahead, your highness. You'll need it dealing with us a lot. Who have we got from the patricians of the coast? It's Morgrim. A pleasure, your august majesty. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And finally, the barons of the march. Thoros Bloodser II, hail and well met, your majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Sure, a certain wizard. Wait. You talking about the bell ringing for the end of the Ashmead War? I don't... The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your parent fought so hard for? Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your parent, but now it is your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Alright. Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then? It may be for the best, your majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Treasury too low. You know what? Yeah, treasury is kind of low. You can dip me in the river, or you can put on a vast banquet for me. Okay, the patricians are in full attendance, I believe. Oh, somebody's joined. Hey, Epic, welcome on in. So, time for some royalty. Ah, ah, ah. Let's see, what you got? Very good. Alright, that's 10 votes out of 15, but we're going to move on. It's quite heavy. Thrown in the dungeons for the atrocious pun. No, no, no. No, no. Puns are legal. We haven't outlawed them yet. It's decided the monarch will be thrown into the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurtling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Don't be giggling. Rub? Wait. Oh. Okay, that's a typo. Right, hold on. Where am I? Shrub? There we go. Oh wait, shrub? There we go. I can spell. I can spell. I know the English language. Honest, governor. Eyes down. Shrewberry. Sorry. We require Shrewberry. Chub sounds like a Lovecraftian mythos, yes. Wait, goddess or goddess? Wait, 2D. Oh, it is 2 deep. What the hell? Hold on, I've got to put a D in the goddess. This is what I get. I was running a bit late because I went to the gym. So I went out with my parents, then I went out to the gym. Now I'm back. And like I had about half hour to get tidied up and then get the stream set up. So that's why. 2D like all... Oh, God, the puns. Anyway, Felix, let's move on. Felix of the Simone Harry Bottom bloodline. Well-known Marcher Hellion. Stands before a blazer curve, yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I'll know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the new monarch and place their preferred claimant, Felix, on the throne? A. Doppelganger. B. Intimidation. Or C. Gunpowder. Doppelganger, you find a body double to replace me with. Intimidation, you infiltrate the palace with military men and force me to do your bidding. And gunpowder, you get lots of gunpowder. And then you can go boom boom with it or bang bang. Two very, very cool endings to the game. Let's see. We have, what is it? Two of you yet to... Oh, no, one of you yet to vote. So the 3 would get it. Trying to gauge how many of you are active. It looks like about 12 people, maybe. The Republic of Curve has this substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible monarch would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the monarch's wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Oh, hello, Orm. The sort of fiery red coming out the bottom of the helmet is quite nice. Orm of the Whopper clan. Eccentric northern hero stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Monarch Asgall III. How do we make that happen? So, our potential, we got the 3 chief specialities. What delicacy will you give us today? Will it be A. Prophecy, B. Ragnarok, or C. Hornblower? With Prophecy, you're going to find the magic stones and summon the Lord Render to strike down the tyrant. With Ragnarok, you're going to make a deal with the giants to bring about the end of the world. And with Hornblower, you're going to find a horn and blow upon it. I'm going to go refill my drink very quickly and wait for a few more chiefs to have a chance to vote. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, well... Only 2 Oh, okay, thanks, Whopper. Thanks. Okay, well, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. 3, 2, 1. Gamba time. We got Hornblower. Ragnarok might be easier, but Hornblower sounds more fun. Well, we got it. Lower all faith. We can do that. The chiefs plan to dig up Oddheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favour of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons, currently at 18. Rough, rough, rough. Hello there. Looking very trim and dapper. Holy crap. We got some very iconic looking rivals today. Irina of the Gibbo Nexus family, infamous Navy Admiral, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the Ghost, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Monarch Asgall III. Something must be done. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Subterfuge, uprising, and conspiracy. So with subterfuge, you're going to try and undermine my highest council, the Chancellor, Marshal, etc., and replace them with patricians. With uprising, you're going to incite a peasant revolt. And with conspiracy, you're going to try and entrap me with a dirty loan that'll bankrupt the kingdom and force me to hand over the throne. What have we got? We got one. Oh my god, we're Wolf Warriors here. Welcome. Wolf, have you reattached the game to Twitch? You did own it, right? I'm pretty sure you did own it. Let me know and I'll adjust the save pattern, the save file after the game. Yeah, but it's so with one of the updates they stopped using a port. Twitch essentially discontinued the original port it used to attach to the game servers. So they had a patch where they updated it, but everyone has to go reattach their game effectively. So if at some point during the week you can reattach it, yeah, you do need to do that. If you do that, and I'll alter you on the save file so you're premium, and then it should fix itself next week. I've been playing. Yeah, you can get money easy, but yeah, next week onwards you should be able to have your premium character show up, because I'll change it after today's stream. That way I won't forget. Hopefully. Let me write a big W on my hand so I don't forget. There we go. But yeah, you can rack up a fair bit of money in my games, because occasionally I do get a ruler that's liable to use Golden Choice on everything. Final Park, hello. And on those things, if you're active, you can easily rack up 3,000 or 4,000 just from Golden Choice, like £500 a pop. £500, 500 gold. We're going for uprising. Yay! The patricians plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the monarch before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. Okay, hold on, let me get through this. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. That's rough, because I want to. These schemes are kind of rough. Let's open the sign now for Final Park. As you can see, I'm wrathful and I'm prudent. And I'm a pagan. So, we quite easily can end up sliding that faith down, because my roleplay is that I'm indifferent and dislike it. And I'm going to be voting against the church if I can. This will definitely go up because I want to keep the treasury at 2,000 or 3,000 minimum. So I'm going to be cruel taxing people to get that up. Gunpowder, Lower the kingdom's authority to 4 less than 2 seasons. Authority, we might be able to keep that up. But there we go. So yeah, there you go, Final Park. That's what it is. That's you up to date, right? You good? Wrathful and Prudent, both returning. I just flipped them because we had a tie on the vote yesterday. And Pagan is our third ringer. I'm snorting my Curfian powder. Okay, here we go. So, looking at our rogues gallery, any of these could be our next ruler. We got Felix, a bastard offshoot in the March, pursuing the gunpowder scheme. The Barons would like to lower the kingdom's authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons so they can start importing gunpowder. Authority currently at 5. You know, they got to drop it a notch, but, you know, it could go either way. Orm, the ambitious vassal in the north. The chiefs are pursuing the Hornblower scheme, and so initially they want to lower the total faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. Currently they got 18, so we need to lose 6 faiths somewhere, which should be easy enough. You know, I don't know if they'll do it in 4 seasons, but I think they might get there today. Irina, a questionable claimant in the coast. The patricians are pursuing the uprising scheme. They want to raise the kingdom's treasury to at least 2,000 in 2 seasons. They're gonna get that. Not gonna lie, they're gonna get it. Hey, there we go. Royal Gamble. More money for me. We like it. We like it. Let's top up that treasury. Oh, barons. Oh, joyous barons. Yes. Here we go. Yes, we will go to war with Ashmead again. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished a complete reorganization of our new army. It is truly a powerful beast. Is there something you want? Well, since you asked, I was hoping the crowd might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless. You want me to start a war? We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I'd say. Let's go to the council, shall we? Instead of a costly war, Your Highness, we could establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or if Your Majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should make use of our might as intended and make inroads into Taverlin, whose meagre army will surely be no match. Well, what are we going to do? I don't mind. So, for those that don't know, we won an invasion against Ashmead yesterday in the last game. We can see that again, but because I know this is supposed to be, you know, it's fun, I don't mind if you guys want to go down one of the other routes. We can have the border dispute with Taverlin, or we can establish mercenary companies. Whatever you think's the most interesting. Hey, Celebrity. Celebrity Slap, everyone say hello to Celebrity. In chat, welcome on in. Where are you? There you are. The Slap the Second. Damn. Okay. Okay. It's good. It's going good here. I'm feeling much better. Yesterday I was in a bit of a funk. So I'm going to be real with you guys right now. I'm thinking about whether or not I should stream this game on days where I've had work. Because I was so tired yesterday. But now I'm in it. I was worried that I was like getting bored of the game, but now I'm doing it today. Like, this is going so good. I know it's just I do too much in the morning beforehand when I have a day of work. So I'm considering, right, this is just an idea at the minute. I'm going to think about it a bit this evening. I'm considering just doing this game once a week when I have a Saturday or Sunday where I don't have work. Because I work one or the other at the day job. So I'm considering it at the minute. I'm thinking about it. But here we are. We're not invading Ashmead. No, it seems like... Do it. No harm in it. Yeah, it might go down to once a week. I know this is the main thing I stream that you guys all enjoy, though. So I just want to float the idea out there so that you're all aware. Because ultimately I want to do good stuff on the stream. So I don't want to just come in and stream for the sake of it and... absolutely drag myself through it. Less tired. Your mental health? Yeah, thank you. It is like I'm juggling a lot of things, I'm moving stuff around. You guys, I'm going to the gym. I'm eating a little better. I'm trying to get... The war continues. The quest for 8 hours a night sleep continues. Ever onwards. 30-something years of burning the candle at both ends got me very used to just making do with 5 or 6 hours, which isn't enough. You give the royal assent to the creation of a new mercenary company. Owned by the Barons of the March, these companies fight in Ashmead and other lands where wars are plentiful. Everyone's satisfied. The Barons get their exercises, and you get a portion of the blood money. We like blood money, right? Hello, Vitamin. Your Highness, a shipwreck has appeared at the edge of my estate. And it's not even from the north. Its name is the Petronella, and it bears a coastal flag. That vessel went missing a few months back. We feared she was lost at sea. Well, she's been found on land, right on top of my favourite picnic spot. My villagers discovered only one survivor on board, a coastal sailor. He claims to remember nothing of what happened. Oh, me head's killing me. Has been ever since I woke up. So what happened to you? I swear I didn't do nothing. Last I remember we were sailing along coastal waters and nothing. This poor soul needs looking after. We must care for him in one of our monasteries. Oh, we must interrogate him further. I must know why his ship is on my land. I'ma be real with you all. This isn't a... Can we send him to a monastery? I'd like that, and I'd like some money. I don't consider this enough an emergency to spend money on it. Well, I mean, I hate religion, but sending him to rest in a monastery, I didn't see this as a religious thing, really. Like, I suppose you might be right. It's not. I mean, it's more like sending him to a holiday home. No! I hate the 9th. We can't be sending him to recover with the monks. Dump him in the streets and be done with it. All inclusive. Gets to sample all the beer that the monks brew. Alright, so we got 12 votes total. Going once, it's a tie. Going twice, 3 times a lady. Boom. What should we do? What should we do? We'll look after him. We'll just send him off to recover. That's fine. The sailor... Whoa! Whoa! Celebrity Slap, thank you for the 8 bitty bits. What brought that on? Thank you. Scaring the hell out of me. The sailor is sent to a coastal monastery where he can recover in comfort. No, yeah, no, it just made me jump. Thank you, though. Thank you, buddy. The Archbishop assures you that he will receive the best of care, and you'll be the first to know if anything changes. I love you all too. Hope you're all having a good time. Hope you're all comfortable. And I hope we can all forget about the drudgery of day-to-day life for a bit. One evening, you're sitting up in bed reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, bold as brass. Hello, your Madge. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze, it is. Mind if I take a seat? Who are you? Oh, me? Name's Quackandona, your Madge. Pleased to meet you. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. Well, we tied a bunch of birds to a night. Reckon you could field some aerial troops and totally dominate the battlefield. Before Quack and Tony can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the Palace Watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Just kick him out. No, we're not murderous. We're not murderous. Too much. But, you know, we like our duvet. Okay? Duvet good. Arms behind your back, you scumbag. The peasant is dragged from your bedchamber, still babbling about bird nights. When the marshal returns, she looks grim. One thing's clear from this mess is that you need an honour guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be Lord of Coin above all. Your father executed my father, did I? Who would I take, actually? Hold on. What am I doing? Oh, wait, of course, yeah, I know. The Civil War? Oh, that might have been... That wasn't yesterday's stream, that was ages back. Await your verdict with bated breath. Yeah. We're taking the Northern Warriors. Yeah, grandfather. I will make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavoury jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Alrighty, off we go to the races, everyone. Let's have a look. Let's have a looky look. Looky look. So, what do we got? Chiefs may want to become scientists with the observatory to lower faith. The barons may want a theatre as it lowers authority. And the patricians are free and easy, but patricians, if you would be so kind, a little library wouldn't do amiss. A little extra stability could be good. No thieves guild. No thieves guild. Here's the list of everyone and all your money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on items that don't pass will be refunded. You got about 40 seconds to get your funding in. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll be typing in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out if you're going to stream. If you're going to snipe the auction, try not to miss out. No. Don't ask other people to spend money. It's very gauche. Let people do what they're going to do for whatever reasons they have. Boom, 10 seconds. There we are. Get in now. Boom, boom. Wowee. Wowee. Who could have foreseen this? Series of events. The Barons have got a new theatre. And the Chiefs have got an observatory. There's a troll in my dungeon. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh, valley of plenty. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Your Majesty! The Palace Watch have reported there's a troll downstairs in the dungeon. What's a troll? Violent, brutish creatures. No idea how one got into our dungeon, but we'd better do something about it. I'll deal with the monster before it hurts anyone. Okay. Yeah, How do pagans feel about trolls? No. Marshal, do it. Yes, Your Majesty. Hours later, you are informed of a bloody battle in which the beast is slain. Several soldiers are killed in the progress. Trolls are also pagan. No! My fellow pagan! The troll's body is dumped in the Treadwater River, though it's hard to keep such a thing secret. Riverside peasants start spreading rumours of trolls running amok in the capital. Oh. The church thinks they're children of the 6th? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. They died in battle, and isn't that the most pagan thing? I mean, if you're thinking about Vikings, but that's not the full extent of pagans, I do believe. I think there's a bit of variety on that front. Your Majesty, a travelling bard. She said she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. Song, you say, about me? Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and verse already. I have saved my best work for you, my monarch. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Fear. I mean, it's got to be fear. I will do so, Your Highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crownlands will know of your might. Pray, I need only a small payment of 500 gold for the time, a discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. Mm. 500 gold, we can afford it. I guess we'll make the money back. Yeah, alright. The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. Unfortunately, here we... Sally! Sally, every time. Every time. Unfortunately, Sally is a better salesperson and a songwriter. She composes a song, yes, but it fails to capture the hearts of your people. You have her perform it for you, but it's abysmal. Nothing rhymes, there's no rhythm. She doesn't even pronounce your name correctly. It's Asgall, not a goal. Sally Six Thumbs. That's it. That's it. Sally Six Thumbs. How do you play your lute? With great difficulty. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I've got a 2. Women. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. This dark and foreboding forest, a small squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Look here, our first shipment from Kurth. Incredible! May I see inside? Careful now. You'll blow us to smithereens with that torch. So this is the fabled black powder. Incredibly powerful, but we'll need much more. Much more to put you on the throne. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Uh-oh. We are not looking great. Across the kingdom, discontented with the monarch is rising. Everyone knew they were better off, but until now it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord. And as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it cannot be unasked. Hidden deep in the spider's web of alleys crisscrossing Thalassus is an old tavern. Somewhere in its hazy backrooms are a number of patricians who have met to celebrate their recent success. The workers are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the monarch's hiding, they're itching to get rid of them. Careful we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Yes, that side will incite some real chaos. Sure, Monarch Asgall III is not only greedy, they're utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Oh, yikes. We're good, we're not upset with anyone at the minute. My liege, I have good news. Those mercenary companies that we let loose into the wild, they're still returning profits. What a wonderful investment. I'm glad to hear it. I came here to give you your share, of course. Please take it. The question is, Your Majesty, whether or not we call it quits. Why would we do that? We sent them into Ashmead in order to blood them. They've more than proven themselves. We could bring them home and have them train our own military with their expertise. Or we could put them back to work with the expectation of future profits. Bring them home to train the troops? Gamble for a gamble? We do want to have our military up again. Alright, while you guys vote on this, I'm going to go to the bathroom and back quickly. Oh, see you in a moment. Oh, hold on, sorry. Right. There we go. What is happening? What is happening? Chiefs! Let them fight, let the kingdom enemy bleed? Oh my god, okay, well. Point of war is not dying for your country, it's making sure some other bastard does. Oh, Petonus? That sounds like... I vaguely remember reading that in Terry Pratchett at one point. I can't remember where. It must have been a spoof of it. Well, here we go, everyone. I just lost money, thank you, chiefs. Unfortunately, not all the mercenary companies obey their summons. Many are now living well from the gold they've earned, and they think they'd be better off on their own. Your letters go unanswered. Eventually it's clear they no longer answer to you or the barons, nor will they be sending you any more profits. Well, well, well. Your Majesty, I'm afraid the coastal sailor hasn't regained his memory despite our monks' best efforts. Your monks are underachievers. More importantly, I consulted some late 5th century scripture and discovered a parable describing this very situation. This shipwreck is a sign of the ninth god's power. I propose naming it an official northern pilgrimage site. Wait, I'm not sure I want everyone coming along and poking around on my land. Nonsense, this is a holy matter. You know what I want. Dismiss it as superstitious nonsense. Well, 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 here we all are. We're in agreement then. Golden choice, but actually, yeah. Praise the knight, yes, Slippity. Okay, you keep doing that in your corner. Don't mind the rest of us. The sailor remains in the coastal monastery, but still recalls nothing else. Meanwhile, the locals around the shipwreck grow superstitious, claiming the ship is some sort of heathen artifact. Good. There we go. Eligible options. Let's see what we got. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Okay, so what do we want? Hey, Teeny, welcome on in, Teeny. Hold on, let me put the sign off. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Welcome on in. Who else has joined? Gold Chain flew. Welcome. Anyone else I've not seen? I feel like there should be. We called out Epic earlier. Chad, Wolf Warrior. Okay, cool. Maybe. Oh, Advisor's here. Oh, hello, Advisor. Welcome as well. Alright. Sign coming up. What we want, and what we'd like is, we want a good wife that's going to be able to kill all of our enemies for us. A pagan would be good, ultimately. Somebody that's out of favour with the church is definitely okay. And someone good with money would also be okay. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels for now. Each is covered by a cloth. Alright, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. Oh wait, yeah, so I do favour chiefs. So the chief, I'll give the chief lady a leg up. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Hild, firstborn daughter of the Northern Gold Chain Flute Clan. From what I heard, she knows exactly what she wants and do whatever is necessary to get it. Strangely enough for a Northerner, she's an enthusiastic convert to the worship of the Ninth God. She's an incredibly driven person by all accounts. Gets up at the crack of dawn each morning and goes for a swim in a frozen lake. Throw her out! Gold Chain Flew, I'm sorry. How could she worship the Ninth God? Damn it all! Why doesn't she worship the shrubbery? Praise the shrub. I'm sorry, Gold Chain. From the coast... Hold on, let me get the Chancellor voice back on. From the coast we have Camilla, wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Celebrity Slap II's estate. She wasn't officially the heiress, but her elder sister had an unfortunate accident. Her interests are typical of the coast, money, and making more of it. And apparently she has a dark side. I don't know much more about that. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good, Celebrity. It's good. It's okay. You know, net positive. Not fantastic, but could work. And finally we had the March's offering. Johanna Skyn of the prestigious Final Park bloodline. A timid woman, not the kind that does well in the march, bless her. Perhaps a palace will suit her better. Okay, timid baron. Like most of the barons, her great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow, nor is she actually. She walks with a limp ever since she shot herself in the shin trying to hit a ferret. I don't know about this one. Final Park, I don't know. I think your daughter here is has every right to be timid. I'd be timid too if I'd shot myself with a crossbow. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. It's got to be the coastal one. Celebrity, welcome to the family. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Yep. Do I trust you all to do Call for Unity? You want my head? Oh god, pace myself. Oh my god. So many things I was gonna say. But I won't. Because they're all rude and involve your fictional daughter. No. Just dumb puns, but they're in poor taste, so let's not go there. Do it? Okay. You may want my head, but I'll be taking your daughter to bed. Like, that's... that's pretty the least of us. Oh, no. Alright. What am I doing? Where am I? How did I get here? A curious case. Let's start with that. But a giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled in before the council. The fishbowl contains the Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior, suspended in liquid. He pokes his head above the surface. Your August Majesty, glub glub. The most infuriating circumstances befallen me, glub glub. Oh, I can see that. It's a wolffish. I have glub glub been cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with his kills, so I can't leave the water for more than a couple of minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to globbing know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to remove these gills. Maniac. I mean, right, we're all going to vote together to send a diplomat, right? That's the only sensible option here. Send a diplomat, right? That's what we're going to do. I've got call for unity. Unify in calling a diplomat. This is not unity. I do not see unity here. Why do you hurt me like this? Why do you do this to me? The fuck even is this? Oh no! Not only! Why? Not only have you tied it up 3 votes apiece, the one in the lead is the worst one. What the hell? Okay. Alright. That's some unity right there. 3, 2, 1, and we'll be moving on. I'm sorry, Wolf. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. I tried your match. Thank you, Teeny. Oh, dear. A squadron of the finest coastal fighters hurry off to hunt down a meddling wizard. Thinking nothing more of it, you retire to bed. The next morning, you wake up to the sound of water trickling down the walls of your bedroom. Descending the stairs, you find the entire palace impossibly flooded. You recognise the corpses of the coastal soldiers floating face down in the corridors. Rice, udon, or reheat some pizza? Morgrim, I'll be real. If it's really cold, do some udon. But if it's quite a good temperature for you, reheated pizza is good. Udon is very warming and nourishing, but pizza is pizza. We angered a water wizard? Yes, we did. All of a sudden, you're buffeted by a strange, overwhelming, salty breeze. You wanted to see me. I need you to reverse the curse afflicting Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior. And why would I do a thing like that? His tannery is ruining my favourite beach. I'll pay you 1,000 gold. You know, come to think of it, the coast is long and winding with many hidden beaches. The wizard's flesh bulges and ripples and turns suddenly to water, splashing down the corpse-littered corridor. He's left you with quite a clean-up job. Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior appears in the council hall the next day, back to his old self, though he has a case of the hiccups that persists for several months. One way to clean out the palace, yes. Hello, Starch. Your Serene Highness. A great big whale washed up on the coast, right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand and begged me for an audience with the Monarch. Oh, finfolk, what's that? Your question is answered when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping against the marble. That's me. Your Majesty, this whale's name was Sophia. She was wise and gentle and a great friend of the finfolk. We request her return so we can send her soul into the great abyss with honour. So you finfolk live under the sea? Yes, in cult villages on the ocean floor. Some of us raid ships, but my village has never paid much attention to the world above. Until now. Please return her so we can give her a proper burial. By all that glitters, you can't be seriously considering this, Your August Majesty. The beast is dead. Happy to. I don't really mind. Go whichever way you feel. I don't have a strong inkling on this one. Oh dear. Alrighty, it looks like we're returning the whale. So sorry, Starch. Sorry, Patricians. By the 9th, I can't believe this. The animal was already dead. Thank you, Your Majesty. The finfolk owe you a great debt. Using a huge crane, a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, is plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report their catches have never been better. The grateful finfolk literally herd fists towards their nets. Oh, okay. More fishing. Your wedding to Camilla is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. Feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Camilla at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Yeah, I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Camilla, refuses to dance at all, preferring instead to brood in the corner. By the time you find yourself alone with Camilla, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Did you see the 8 crows perched at the church tower as we walked into the cathedral? A dire omen. Perhaps you're right. The peasants have the right idea. They get married for love, not politics. Oh, to live the simple life of a commoner. There. You comfort Camilla. Long into the night, listening as she expresses her doubts, her fears. As dawn breaks, she falls asleep on your shoulder, exhausted. Ah, my little depressed patrician wife. Ancient legend is resurfacing in the north, very slowly, I might add. Yet the chiefs can't agree on where. I'm telling you, my aunt's second cousin dug up a horn not long ago that looks just like the carvings. Your aunt's always digging things up. I have it on good authority that the horn is somewhere in my lands, the sagas confirm it. I've told you 1,000 times, Weldris II, doesn't mean hornblower in the old tongue, it means blower of... Enough! If we're to recover the horn, we must earn the gods' favour, and while you two bicker, our enemies in the Ninth Church grow stronger. The chief's aim is to lower all regions' combined faith to 12 or less. Oh shit, I didn't go over them. But yeah, Pats want to lower stability. Barons want to keep their trade up. Gaps in the mind, I know what that's like. Your Greatness, I have some odd news to report. What happened? Ever since the record of Petronella was found on my land, people have been losing their memory. It started small, but it's spreading. I woke up this morning to find I'd lost a week of my life. Something is deeply wrong. Oh, come on. Right. Destroy the ship. Destroy the ship, right? Beat it up. Go punch it. Blow her a bagpipe. Certainly begin a 4-hour performance. There we go. Blower of the pipe. What the hell? What the hell? What is this? No, no, no. Destroy it. Cast it into the fire. Why are you doing this? Why? Why would you make me this? Oh my god. Clearly the ramblings of a delusional man. No! Dear God. Can't believe you would do this. Wait, hold on. Did Vitamin vote for it? Vitamin? Why did you vote for yourself to be delusional? Okay. First rule of Rec Club is we don't talk about Rec Club. Giggling at the streamer squawking. That's it. That's what it's there for. It's all the... Vitamin has forgotten what the vote was about. Oh, but yeah, that's what the theatrics are for. Give you a little something to have a chuckle about. Is this what you're going to do? Is this what I'm going to do? Pretend the problem doesn't exist? What is the problem? You banned the discussion of Petronella, but the people are still nervous. Okay. Although rumours simmer down, many northern peasants move away from their farms, afraid of more uncanny happenings. There was a vote. Asgall, I had something I wanted to ask of you. Is it about a big pile of cash? Because I like cash. What can I do for you, darling? As you surely know, I'm a very successful jewellers guild back home in the coast. But the current laws are a little restrictive for my trade, lots of tariffs and regulations, you know how it is. I was hoping you could push for some changes on the council. Eliminate some of the import duties on Ateshi jewels, perhaps. Okay. I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us in the jewellery trade anyway. Fine, I'll assemble the council. Ah, excellent, I'll see you there. Please, can I have it? Reduce it. Can we just have it? Can I have a happy wife? Is that allowed? You know what? I'm not going to do anything to this one. I would like A. Please give me A. Make my wife be happy. I'm not perverting it. I just want her to stop crying in the corner. Okay? I don't want her to be upset. It's very simple. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you all. There we go. There we go. She might be able to start making public appearances now. The other regions are outraged by the clear nepotism that's taking place, but Camilla pays them no mind. As the profits pour in, she even shares a portion of the income with the treasury. There we go. Oh no! Alright, this is the only time this is going to happen, because I'm going to block it. Hold on to your masks, hats and other accessories, everyone. Baron Final Park is about to lose a huge amount of money. We bet our life savings on a boat race around the coast, and I am sure to win the day. I've created a monster. I just hate this one because it messes with other people's money, and so it messes with people's fun, and it messes with the people that have the most money in a faction. Yeah, boat racing. So sure, in fact, I petitioned the council to officially sponsor my voyage. Sounds dangerous. Depths below, your serene highness. I'm a patrician. We can practically learn to sail before we can walk. She's talking rubbish, my liege. My nice little cog will easily outstrip Morgan Moon's old boat. If you sponsor anyone, sponsor me. Oh, Addicts Morgrim, it's true. I'm going to do a call for unity and ask to decline to support anyone. I don't want to spend money on this. This is not an emergency. I don't need to pay for your boats. Okay, I mean, pretty. A true call for unity right there. That's what we like to see. That's what the game's about. That's where we are. We're apparently going to support Morgrim. Okay. Okay. My humblest thanks. One and all, I'm honoured to sail with the crown behind me. Sure enough. If I win, I declare I'll help Thrifty send a large chunk of money back to final. We should be able to... Unity is delusional. We ought to be able to massage it so that you draw, right? Sure enough, a new figurehead is added to Morgan Moon's little boat prow that looks like something like you. It has a crown anyway. Oh, it's one of those nightmare, like Warhammer figures with too much paint on it. It just looks like a giant smudge. Excitement builds as the merchants and tourists flock to the starting town. Soon both boats embark on their journey. They look very small and flimsy against the vast ocean backdrop. Your esteemed highness, I understand you're elected to sponsor my fellow patrician for the race. Would you fancy a small wager since everyone says you're sure she'll win? No. Very well, your serene highness, but you're no fun. Yeah, alright, Chad, alright. You return to the capital to await news of the race. Right, end of season. Let's see. I mean, nobody really... oh, the Chiefs want the observatory. If you want to hurt the Chiefs' chances, eat a cathedral. And the patricians may want F, the prison. I mean, the barons could get the Grand Bazaar if they want. They don't really need it at this point. Here's everyone's money. Is this our second auction? Wait, it's our third auction, right? No, it's the second. Anyway, it begins now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top two items at the end of the auction will be built to take effect. Bids on other items will be refunded, so feel free to be generous. You got about 40 seconds to get your bids in. There's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out. Don't overweight to drop a snipe in. What are we looking at? DNA with a bit of F on the side. So the observatory's looking good. Grand Bazaar's there. Grand Bazaar just overtaking the observatory. Prison is lingering in third place. 10 seconds. Go, go, go. Okay, so we got the prison and we got the observatory. Very good stuff. Shady business. My liege, I'm sure you're very concerned to hear the letter that I had from Baron Final Park. You don't need to worry about that, your serene highness. Let's move on to a different vote. How about... No, I will speak Final Park rights. Unfortunately, we were lagging behind Lady Patricia Morgan Moon. While hurrying to catch up, I saw a coastal ship sneaking into a sheltered bay. I hate to speak ill of the patricians, but it looked very much like smuggling to avoid the capital's import fees. This is preposterous. Hearsay and gossip, nothing more. I think, yeah, we kind of... I kind of want to punish them. Can we do that? Can we do a B? A big fat B for me? Can we punish the patricians? Is it possible? Let me just go get a fresh drink. I'll be back. All right. Oh. Okay, I've come back. We've got a tie. I'm going to do a countdown. Time to vote now. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Wait, who was that at the end there? Who stuck it on D? Was that Whopper? Okay, we're going to do the thing I want. I didn't, no, like you missed it. Too late, but we got one. Yeah, I'd like cash money, please. The treasurer sends her most menacing heavies to fetch the gold from the patricians' villas. Of course, they grumble for weeks about the injustice. Money has moved. Worse, it turns out that the smugglers were in cahoots with Morgrim to provide illicit supplies for her voyage. Without their help, her progress slows. Oh, Morgrim, you were cheating. But Final Park is pleased to receive the fruits of his snitching. Excellente. The race continues onwards. You wait to hear more from the competitors. Clever logistics isn't cheating. I mean, yeah. I suppose you could say so. Your Highness, the Barons of the March are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder, you know. The explosive black powder from Curve. What can I do? The Barons have established contracts with Curve merchants, no doubt at great expense. Without the coin to purchase more powder, however, their plot will fail. Unfortunately, the Barons' trade is a booming. They are, no doubt, stockpiling massive amounts of gunpowder. You bring the revelations which the Barons wholeheartedly denied to the Council. Alright, you know what? Call for unity. I reckon the Barons can do as they please. Why not? Would it kill you to give me one unity, please? Yes, it would. Oh, damn. Alright, here we are again. Predictably, the barons roar about unfair treatments and the prejudices of the council, but the tariffs are passed. New law certainly puts a dampener on the barons' efforts to purchase the expensive explosive. You can only hope it will be enough. Spoiler, it isn't enough. Your marriage to Camilla has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. What began as political arrangement, it's blossomed into something like love. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Somewhere in a dark cellar, a nervous baron is showing his guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder. Behold! Great God! By my life! Black gold dust, and what are those? Cannons, my good friend, cannons, and muskets too. Courtesy of the Republic of Gurf. They were very happy with our business. Now to decide what to do with it all. Once we show our hand, there will be no going back. Barons, what will it be? Either boom or bang. Will you sneak gunpowder under the palace and blow them all sky high? Then you'd have to raise stability. Or will you put these cannons and muskets to good use? Raise military. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the barons have won yet this dynasty. Well, come on in, Van Strizzle. Okay, we're blowing up the palace, it seems. Before we can sneak this stuff anywhere, we'll have to lull the Monarch into a false sense of security. Not to mention the fact the roads need to be safe for transport. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must raise stability to at least 7. Back in the coast, Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior has met with his co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, but there seems a little cause for celebration. It's no good. The citizens are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, we'll have to go back to living their normal lives in peace. Bah! Lazy good-for-nothings. Can't even get off their backsides for a measly revolt. We'll have to keep them unhappy. Don't allow the Monarch time to stabilise. The Pat's goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less, so there's a tug of war here. We're good on that. We don't need to change it all. Wait, do I support a wizard? I mean, I guess I paid him off, right? Let's see the boat race. Morgan Moon has sent word that she escaped a nasty storm on her voyage, but Baron Final Park hasn't been so lucky. He's blown off course and they are running out of food. My liege, surely in the interest of fairness we should send some supplies. Depths below, why? He fell foul of a storm, that's his fault. But this is a boat race, not a competitive fast. Does he deserve to perish, your majesty? No. I'll let you decide, but we're not going to reward Morgrim. That's silly. That's silly. Sorry, Morgrim. It's like flying ahead, you don't even need the food, but we'll send it to you anyway. Hey, your advisor. Test, test. I had the foresight to pre-arrange resupplies. From smugglers, yeah. From criminals? Well, here we go. Apparently this is a big enough emergency that we're going to send some supplies. The barons applaud your decision. What do patricians mutter about the monarch's favouritism? Next you hear the march of voters in the lead. The race is nearly over. Bad news, Your Highness. Hey, Zach, welcome on in. There you are. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Hartsburg. I believe it's Biz, Lord of the Bells. Tell me more about a wizard. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Bizca's influence over the sound and its counterpart, silence. Though this power seems meagre compared to other wizards, they are not to be underestimated. They've put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking commoners from all over the march are lining up for a chance. Not just peasants, I, advisor, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those villagers are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. We can't let this go ahead. Not only is it heresy, it presents a clear and dangerous conflict of interests. Then we shall assemble the council. Cheers, Your Highness. Advisor, how are we feeling? Advisor, are you there? Do you want to try and become a wizard? Money. Wait, does that mean you want to give me your money? I'll take it. Oh wait, that was an advisor. That was Nilawa. You got the same, Okay. I don't want to take the money. I don't want to take the money. I don't really want to get in the way. Royal gamble to say A. I don't want to mess with someone else's cash. Sound fair, everyone? Okay. That's alright, we're just going to say no. Yeah, if AFK not really fair. Exactly, yeah. Come back and see that 8 grand has just disappeared. Cheers, my liege, for not bound to this power-hungry fool. If you excuse me, I must deal with this troublesome wizard. I'm lagging as no tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know, how's everyone's connection going? I know some people had trouble yesterday. So a noble can't even enter into a years-long blood pact to become an all-powerful demigod without council approval? Whatever happened to so-called freedom? Bisky's presence in Hartsburg attracts all sorts of visitors, so the power of their latent magic starts to wilt crops from miles around. Oh, a spot of heresy. Delicious. Your Majesty, I'm stunned, outraged and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. Weldris, what did you do? They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. The weather's cold around there, anything could have happened to them. Mine's fine, but my ISP's exchange is just outside my garden hedge. Oh, okay. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set. The council must intervene, Your Greatness. Though she remains silent, the council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. We gotta find a witness, right? A. You gotta save Weldris. It's like I'm receiving photos from Stream by Mailman. Oh dear. Right. Thank you very much. The call for stability has been heard. I don't know if that increases our chances on the roll. You distribute a proclamation among the chiefs asking for witnesses of Weldris's innocence. Bugger, didn't see that. Yeah, I thought as much. I don't know, did I say I did it? I can't remember now. But from fear of the church reprisal to distrust of the crown, no one comes forward. During the trial, Weldris II crumbles and can barely argue for his own innocence. Unsmiling, the High Inquisitor orders him taken away and thrown into the Inquisition's special dungeons. Oh no. Salutes in chat. Yeah, it's not good, Weldris. Weldris II has been taken away from us. But Weldris III is going to be able to vote now. That's our first missing noble to game kill count number 1. Okay, what else have we got here? Nothing. Excellent. Back in the coast, the Lord Patrician Wolf Warriors met with his co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure. We've done it again, my good friends. The workers are in an uproar. Riots are commonplace across the kingdom. I foresee no negative consequences of this. Other than for the Monarch, of course. Marvellous, I'm sure the Monarch is already carrying in their palace. Who knew citizens could be so useful? Now then, one step remains. I have 2 proposals for the plan ahead. One way or another, we will push the citizens to turn violent. Crash the economy or crash the agriculture? What's it going to be? Do you want broke peasants or hungry peasants? What's your choice, patricians? Oh, Ganahan, sorry. Didn't see you join. Let's have a look for you. There you are. You're in the Chiefs. There you go. No problem. Looking at things. What are we doing? Are we gambling? Patricians be out here gambling. All right, 3, 2, 1. I can't make the decision. It'll be randomly determined on this one. Devalue the kingdom's currency and force all the peasants into poverty. Lower all trade. What does this entail? Diabolical. Why, you might even call it evil. No, it's for their own good. When you think about it, everyone will be better off with Irina on the throne. With this final push, we will ensure the monarch soon has more than a few angry peasants on their hands. Yes, and once the fighting starts, I'll be right there, ready to step in and negotiate. For the final stage of this scheme, the patricians must allow all combined trade to 15 or less. You need to lose 12 trade. I don't know about that. Call for Unity's been rubbish. We did get it once, but not enough. Chiefs can now rebel. Alright, let me go get a fresh drink. Because it looks like, yeah, there's going to be a rebellion. Alright, let's see. So RP-wise, I have no grievances. Well, welcome to the war. I'm a tad upset having my predecessor killed by the Ninth Salakis. I don't mind inheriting the money. Dad could have earned more interest if he'd lived longer. That's it. It's so silly because I'm on your side. I didn't want him to be burnt alive or tortured by the Inquisition indefinitely either. But here we are. Funny how things turn out, isn't it? The coastal boat race is nearly at a close. Pleased to announce that Lady Patricia Morgrim is all set to win. How exciting. Truly a race is of the utmost importance. On a completely unrelated note, I have a shipment of lumber that is due to intercept the races any day now. If my ship got in the way, who knows what might happen? I dare say the race's outcome could be altered. Of course, I could be convinced to alter the shipment's route instead. Your esteemed Highness, we must put a stop to this shameless attempt to sabotage the race. We want it to tie, so we want A, right? Ooh. Van, thank you for the lurk. Thank you, I appreciate that. Hope you enjoy listening in the background. Vote A. Have the Barons pay, and then there's a tie, and then nobody has to lose money, and then everyone's happy, right? Boom. Vote A, please. Shout out to my chiefs. Bless you just before you declare war. You do a good turn. What? No, this is an outrage. Chief Ganahan's lumbering ships makes its slow way in front of Morgrim's boat, blocking the way to the finish line. The lumber makes its way to Tavlin ahead of schedule. Soon the nobles and peasants alike gather at the finish line, watching breathlessly as the winner arrives. It's both Lady Patricia, Morgrim Moon and Baron Final Part crossing the line simultaneously. Clearly I won. My oars crossed the line before yours. But oars aren't a part of the boat. My prow was over the line first. Your August Majesty, these nobles have bet their life savings on this race. Both have a legitimate claim. What should we do? $25,000 money. The answer is simple. It was a draw, everyone. I suppose neither of us won. Neither of us lost either. They shake hands and leave, chatting amicably. Back on the coast and the march, merchants flock to investigate both boats and use the noble sailing techniques to improve their own craft. Though the race is over, it gripped the kingdom. Similar bets take place as far afield as Saul and Curth, some successful, others ending in watery deaths. Alright. A terrible curse. Baron Van Strezel, oh, he just started lurking, rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the old gods, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. By the Knife God, get away from me. It was one of my common folk. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. 8 is the answer, Teenybert. 8 chiefs. Send him to the north to relax, please. 6 rebelling, oh dear. No, inflation only happens if you print money. Here's the thing, if you have loads of cash, it makes it easy for certain schemes to happen. Every active chief has voted to rebel. Fantastic. Sure enough, the scholars from Quell University discover a contaminated well on Van Strissel's estate. Not enough to kill, but enough to make his hair fall out and set his nerves on edge. The water is cleansed and the accused peasants return to her work. And the scholars have a new poison to investigate. My liege, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Axburg. Where once there were buildings, there is now a field of smouldering ash. Dozens of common folk have died. What caused this fire? A warehouse was storing lamp oil unsafely in immense quantities. The owners were in the middle of haggling over prices when one of the merchants lit his pipe. Ugh, absolute idiots. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we could rebuild. Yeah, we are... We'd like to rebuild exactly as it was. This is an emergency. We can spend money on this. My liege, you do not want a fire in the march. For reasons. Is it the rumours of the black powder? Oh my god. Yeah, no, we gotta get a handle on this one. Damn. Okay, that's tied up pretty much. 3, 2, 1. Bingo, bango, bongo, let's go. You order the immediate reconstruction of Arksburg. The cheap wooden houses take no time to build and are soon populated by candle-wielding, dry blanket-bearing common folk. What could go wrong? Here we are again. Right, raise the kingdom's stability to at least 7 for the barons. Lower all regions trade to 15 or less. And Orm, the chiefs, are going to go for a rebellion, it looks like. Wait. Oh, opening strike. So, let's start with rebellion. At long last, the chiefs have reached their boiling point. You're confronted in your throne room by Vitamin Chi. Chiefs of the North will rip up that false crown from your head and stomp it into the mud. We'll be fighting for glory, for honour, and for Orm, the true monarch. This is a formal declaration of war. Next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. Okay, one day I'll see your head on a spike. Why am I here again? Is this where we get the footlongs? Chief Vitamin Tree wanders absent-mindedly from the throne room without looking back, asking for footlongs. I love it. I love the idea. Yeah, they've sent the brain-addled chief to come declare war, so make it harder for me to execute them. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances against the rebels? Let me put it this way, Your Majesty. Everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. How did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Chief Weldris III. As the reason the uprising, he's citing your history of petty transgressions against the chiefs. A history of petty transgressions. We can kill them all, right? Yes, Your Majesty, hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. That's right, Your Majesty, the kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Too long are those bastards in the Crownlands held us down. Too long have they called us heathens and mocked our way of life. Aye. Now it is our time to take up our axes and fight back. Morgana is with us. We'll burn their churches and string up their lying priests. Aye. Now I ask you, brave chiefs of the Free North, where will we strike first? We can launch preemptive strike against the barons to cripple their military. If we suspect the patricians may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. Finally, we can send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonourable, of course, but convenient. The honour guard is the chiefs. Let that be something in your mind. Launch a strike on the barons, 90%. Call the patricians in, 70%. Or send an assassin. All good options at this point, I believe. Wow, yeah, they're coming in to gank you extra hard. Chiefs have woken up. Give us XCOM, we gotta be honest, the XCOM's unlikely. The chiefs launch a surprise attack on the march, slashing and burning their way across fields and farmlands. They catch a regiment of Marcher army unawares and spring an ambush, slaughtering them to a man. Common folk whisper the battleground will be stained red for a generation. Thank the gods! Down with the monarch! The northern soldiers return home in triumph, leaving the march devastated in their wake. What a raid! Look at it. That's across the entirety of the coast. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. Okay, hold on. Let me roll a d3. A 2. You stand before the council, holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Asgall IV. Huzzah, Your Majesty! I'm sure little Asgall IV will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Sorry for my absence. A rebellion? Yes, a rebellion. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Right, barons are going to want stability up with A, the library. Patricians are going to want F, the Thieves Guild, to bring down their own trade. Chiefs who are rebelling, maybe they want B, the stadium, to lower the barons' military further. Potentially also the observatory to lower their own lower faith. Here's a list of everyone and their money. We're going to start now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item that you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded back to you. You got about 40 seconds to get your bids in. Try not to miss out. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Why are you broke? Mutated, I don't know. Boom! There we go. 10 seconds. Okay, stability up. We are pretty good. Rebels have won a small victory. Let's start with wizard troubles and then we'll go to the captured loyalists and the great battle. More troubles in Hartsburg, my liege. Ever since that Lord of the Bells arrived to train their apprentices, everyone's been hearing strange noises in their heads. No one can get a proper night's sleep. Why'd they do such a thing? Wizards are so powerful that they're surrounded by cursed ambient magic. If they stay in one place too long, it seeps into the soil and citizens alike. They all know this. By squatting in Hartsburg, Bitsk is willingly endangering the march. I'll assemble the council. Thanks, Your Highness. I mean, I'll be real with you guys. Can we just let Biz do what they want with the city and get a bit of cash for it? Gift Hartsburg to bits permanently. That sounds like the best way, because then we get the treasury up to a healthy level. You can't just get... Is Hartsburg the capital? The capital of the March? Really? Okay, there we go. You can't be serious. What about all the people living there? As it turns out, most of them move away. The ones that stay end up as test subjects for Biz and their apprentices. Failed experiment becomes the leading cause of death in the area. On the other hand, Biz is most thankful, sending gold as thanks. It doesn't take long before Zapazak is singing a different tune. Well, I suppose it's only a few hundred common folk, but I hear Bizk is making remarkable progress. News, Gold Chain flew. In my latest sortie, I captured a key leader of the Loyalist forces. Scourge on you, Ganahan! You spineless ragabash! Release me at once! Van Strizzle is here. Someone gag our guest. I'm tired of listening to his whittering. That's better. Now we can hear ourselves think. So, Gold Chain, what shall we do with our prize? Chiefs only vote. What are you going to do with the captured Baron Van Strizzle? Canaan, what? That is cold. What? Why would you do that? Couldn't you just do, like, I don't know, anything else? You're friendly? Apparently not anymore. Apparently you're going to be executed. Holy crap. We shall make a statue of your head? Oh no. I mean, kinda? I mean, that, wow, all the chiefs came together to do this one. Well, well, well. Van, I'm sorry. No, no, please, have mercy, won't you? The blubbering Baron is led to a platform where the executioner awaits. His head is forced down onto the block. The axe falls with a very final thump. Salutes in chat, everyone. Van Strizzle I has been executed by the treacherous chiefs. Van Strizzle II will join the council. That was terrible. That was disgusting. That was... wow. No call for that. The kill count climbs to 2. Baron Van Strizzle's head is delivered to the palace in a neatly wrapped gift box. This outrage only serves to draw the barons closer to the monarch. But it also causes panic in the capital, saps morale throughout the march. Oh. A great battle? Yikes. Vast armies darken the landscapes like shadows of clouds, flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army in the north is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur Weldris III. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the coast. If they march now, they'll intercept the chiefs in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with an army of the march. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed chiefs. What are your orders, Your Majesty? They should join forces? Very well, Your Majesty. I'll relay your orders to Gibbo Nexus, the commander in the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows, treachery can thrive on a battlefield. We have our orders, but should we follow them? Okay, patricians, what's it gonna be? A, defy orders and fight the rebels. B, follow orders and link up with the barons. Or C, hang back and let the rebels march on the capital without challenge. Oh, we got some loyalists. I quite like that. They're very nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay. It's good. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in the palace, waiting for the marshal's return. Finally, she arrives in your throne room looking perfectly composed. For Slibity? Wait, Slibity didn't die, right? Your Majesty, as you ordered, the patricians have turned their army around to link up with the barons. All according to plan? Indeed, Your Majesty, let's hope the plan is sound. It'll all come down to the next battle. We will prevail. That's the spirit. Now I really must be going. I have a lot to take care of. Over the next few weeks, it becomes clear that the coastal army's retreat has given the chiefs free rein to pillage and plunder the coast. The rampaging northern troops descend on farms like hungry locusts, taking everything to feed thousands of hungry soldiers. Meanwhile, shops, churches and manors are plundered, and the stolen loot shipped back to the north. So in today's game, the chiefs have murdered a baron in cold blood who was taken hostage, and they've now just burnt down half the coast. While the coast suffers, the coastal forces successfully link up with the barons. Now the joint army, the patricians and the barons rush to meet the chiefs in open warfare. The winner will either end your reign or preserve it. Winning error? I don't know. I feel like the chiefs are going to be making a lot of enemies. But, you know, this is an emergency. Let's throw out a bit of cash, shall we? Thank you to my loyalists. Please continue to stay loyal. Glory awaits, teeny bird. Our forces will soon march across the river Goldspool in the coast, and after that it's a clear road to the capital. A river crossing is dangerous time for any army. We should do something unexpected, build rafts downstream and float our troops across. By the old gods, what cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the coast. I urge caution. Chiefs, what will it be? Will you build rafts downstream, away from trouble, seize the day, capture and hold the main bridge, or cross the bridge and collapse it behind you? Oh, I'm just going to go get fresh drink. Are we going to seize the day, are we? Okay. Seize the day now, everyone. Let's see this. The chiefs mount a furious assault on the bridge. It's narrow enough to create a pinch point, negating any numbers advantage. This will come down to which side has the fiercest warriors. Gather to me, coastal soldiers! Defend the bridge! The answer, of course, is the chiefs. Damn it. Oh my god, it's even worse. Oh no! By the day's end, the bridge flagstones are slick with blood, but it's been captured and fortified by northern troops. The chiefs now control half the coast. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It's all gone Pete Tong, hasn't it? Deep in the mountains, a group of rebel chiefs have gathered to discuss the civil war. With them are their spies, a cluster of nondescript northern citizens in ordinary clothes. Hello, noble warriors. I trust Morgana watches us this day. I also trust Morgana doesn't like the thought of Monarch Asgall III sitting all smug-like on the throne. That's precisely why I invited you here. We know the patricians and are in the Monarch's pocket, but are there common folk? Lord Patrician mutated Zombie Bush II is a Wait, no. Mutated Zombie Bush is practically broke. I doubt it's shared with the ordinary people of the coast. Our spies should spread the word. We'll be kinder to the peasants than this Lord Patrician mutated Zombie Bush II and his corrupt compatriots. The gods are good. Let's decide how to proceed. Oh, Lord. Well, what's it going to be, chiefs? I think you could win the war here, really. No, I was looking at the poorest pat. Well, Weldris' second got imprisoned by the High Inquisitor. That was the main one. That was +3 defiance that tipped him over the edge. Okay, they're promising riches. Chief Bitterman Chief's trusted spies spread the word throughout the coast, whispering of the wealth and glory to be had fighting for a just cause. Chiefs grow nervous, but when groups of peasants arrive, they immediately start scheming. The troops clean their weapons, making repairs, soon have a chance for... Okay. Hopefully there'll be enough of the kingdom left for them to enjoy once this is over. A month ago, battle was averted, but that cannot be postponed forever. The patricians and barons are all that stands between the chiefs and the capital. A final battle decided the fate of the kingdom. I'll send word to the barons that it's time to strike. We can only hope they listen to our orders, Your Majesty. Barons, please do something. I like that we didn't decrease the coast stats. Well, hold on. Before this war happened, they had, let's see, a ton of military and 9 trade, if I remember right, and 10 farming. So I think the pats have been slapped around a bit. When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes. Tell me what happened. We caught the chiefs by surprise, and they were fording a river. Classic pincer maneuver. The barons attacked from one side, the patricians charged in from the other. You should have seen it. The river ran red that day in utter slaughter. So we won? Yes, Your Majesty, unless something totally unexpected happened. In that moment, a frantic soldier bursts in. Your Majesty, we've received word from our scouts. I don't quite know how to say this. Spit it out, damn you! Yes, ma'am, Your Majesty, the chiefs have split their forces. The army we defeated was a diversion. They got another regiment making its way through the Crownlands. They'll be outside the capital in a matter of days. The barons are too far away to help. What do we do? What do we do? Well, we prepare for a siege. We got a lot of work to do. Build up the capital's fortifications, stockpile food, train up a citizens' militia. But don't worry, Your Majesty, this is the last-ditch ploy of a defeated enemy. We need to outlast the siege and the barons will come to our rescue. You know what? Golden choice for our loyalists. You've earned it. Right, we'll start at the top and work our way down to the bottom. The chiefs are digging tunnels under our walls, Your Majesty. By the 9th. Hey, agents, welcome on in. Northern troops could boil up from underground anywhere in the city, even in your very throne. I placed bronze bowls of water inside city walls. Judging by the size of their ripples, we've worked out where the tremors are coming from. It's a rough measurement for certain. We must act now. What would the council have me do? Wait, oh, are you there? Sorry, were you asking in chat? Where are you? There you are. What do we want to do? Both Loyalists and Rebels to gain 5 victory points. Yeah, Loyalists win a tie. Fire and Smoke, great combo. Well, I don't mind which one you want to see. But we won't be fighting. We don't have it in us. Right, I think that's all of you. After days of exploratory digging, your tunnelers meet up with the northern tunnels. Your marshal immediately sets up a large set of bellows and several tons of burning feathers, pumping the tunnels with arctic smoke. The sound of the enemy soldiers' coffin is music to your ears. Once the tunnels are abandoned, you burn the wooden braces and collapse it safely. Success, but hardly a victory. None of their troops were killed, and you fended them off for the time being. On the other hand, wartime feather supplies run dangerously low. Your Majesty, I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first? The bad news? There's an outbreak of a rare disease called Timian's pox inside the city walls. Civilians are dying by the hundreds, and it'll spread to our garrisons if not careful. And the good news? I have a plan for how to use this disease against our enemies. After all, they're but a stone's throw from our walls these days. Go on. Timian's pox is spread through close contact to infected individuals, as well as through rats and fleas. It'd be a trivial matter to spread such a disease to the traitors outside the walls. I love it, yes, I knew you'd agree. Let's do it, everyone. A is the way. Golden choice, loyalists, come and get your last bit of gold. King Timian had a crazy reign. So many bad things are named after him. He had a rough one, didn't he, right? How did the game calculate 64? Nintendo. Time for the old Nintendo 64. Your spy master arranges an elaborate ruse involving infecting enemy soldiers getting captured by the enemy. You await the results. Unfortunately, the chiefs responded to the threat quickly. quarantining sections of their camp and stamping the disease before it can spread. Oh no. Nakund, it might be just that the plugin isn't working. Yeah, you're in the patricians. Meanwhile, the pox spreads rapidly throughout the city, having utterly failed to contain it. The death toll climbs and climbs. Furthermore, the nobles and your palace servants are also infected. Nearly everyone in the city has lost somebody by the end of the epidemic. This is rough. The chiefs march through the Crownlands, pillaging and burning. The roads are heaving with refugees and corpses clog the river. Now the capital is surrounded. You stand on the ramparts of your palace, staring out in dismay at the army camp stretching for miles outside the city walls. Get down from there, your majesty. If they get lucky with a crossbow bolt, what are we supposed to do? The patricians and barons are still out there, your majesty. Their combined army smashed the rebels at the last battle. They can smash them again. Hope they get here in time. Oh, wow. Now I think we're doomed. As you finish your sentence, an immense trebuchet hurls a 10-ton boulder towards the capital. It crashes into a nearby clock tower, smashing it to smithereens. Like I said, your majesty, you'd better get inside. Well, I think we see what way the wind's blowing. Battle is lost. I'll be hiding out in the coast till this all blows over. Yeah. Another dawn breaks. Yeah, yada yada yada. Sigh. We are surely doomed. Ah well, all things must come to an end. As evening draws in, a horn blasts outside the city walls. The chiefs are mounting a final attack. Oh, she's pretty at peace with it. Camilla's pretty peaced out. Wait, the Pats can join. Just saying. Make your decision, patricians. No. Don't. Okay. Is that the bug? Is that a bug of some sort? It's too late now. Do not try rebelling your soft locket. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you for putting that out there. I was going to be quite happy to just wait around and auction time. It doesn't really matter. Vote for what you like. Type exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the item you'd like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect. Oh yeah. You can put your money in multiple things, obviously, yeah. Oh, sorry, I was too busy reading Northwind's post. Okay, cool. Well, we see what way things are going. As the sun rises on a city in turmoil, the chiefs began their assault last night. Half the capital is in flames. Soldiers rush back and forth, shouting panicked orders. You haven't seen your marshal since the night before. Perhaps she's already dead. Your honor guard are out in the streets outside the palace, building a barricade and organising last-ditch defences. Vital work, but you're vulnerable without them by your side. I love my loyal chief heroes. The true heroes of the North. The royal court is empty except for you, your wife and your daughter, cradled in the arms of her nanny. Crying is giving you a headache. I've accepted my death. You should do the same, my love. You're right, we're gonna die. It's liberating to acknowledge, is it not? You wait and stew. Outside, the screams and clashes get louder. Finally, your spymaster arrives, out of breath, her face stained by smoke and blood. They'll be here any moment, your majesty. You must saddle your horse and escape the city. I know of a secret passage. Oh, where do we go? You follow the spymaster through a hidden trapdoor behind your throne. Camilla accompanies you, as does the nanny, holding your daughter in her arms. The capital is lost, but you can get it back. The patricians have agreed to shelter you while you plot your revenge. At least some people are loyal. After crawling down a secret tunnel for what feels like hours, you spill out into a leafy courtyard. 4 horses are waiting. As you saddle them up, you hear a wet thud behind you, followed by the sound of something rolling across the floor. Turn around. Your spymaster is lying dead on the ground. Her head is missing. Chief Weldris III stands over the body, flanked by a dozen soldiers, his battle axe stained red. Never liked her. Ideas above her station. Your nanny runs off, still clutching your daughter in her arms. At least that's a ray of hope. Even if you die now, your heir still lives. She didn't see that one coming. Ba-dum-bum. I knew it was too good to be true. We can't escape our fates. Quiet, you have nothing to fear. I'm not here for you. So, you knew about the escape route? You're not the only one with spies. A triumphant smirk, Chief Weldris III makes a sharp gesture. Northern warriors step forward, battle axes at the ready. You can pray to your false god, but it will do you no good. Morgana has spun the fates against you. Well, I'm gonna fight. Empty hands can do little against armour and swords. You're given a vicious beating and then the fight drains out of you. Instead of killing you, the soldiers seize you and drag you back to the palace. Your ordeal isn't over. Your wife is dragged off too, kicking and screaming. You never see her again. You can only hope Chief Weldris III kept his promise and no harm came to her. After a week rotting in your own dungeon, you're marched out onto a public platform. Jeered at by thousands of peasants, you cringe under a barrage of rotten fruit and fresh dung. Chief Weldris III sits in the front row grinning. The rebels have won. The capital has been taken. You are a former monarch. I pray to Morgana too, you bloody idiots. Yeah. Asgall III was their guy. The executioner waits silently, holding an axe bigger than you. If you had any last words, now's the time. Well, I'll be heading off then. You place your head on the block. The executioner lifts his massive axe. Wait, you suddenly thought of a much better last words. You turn to the executioner to tell him, but the axe is already falling. For Your head bounces into Chief Weldris III's lap and your reign comes to a gruesome end. Okay, Chiefs in chat, what do we want for the next stream? What do we want the Monarch's ambition to be? What will Orm be up to? Will it be military? You know the deal. Military, trade, faith, authority, stability. Can't remember what the other one is off the top of my head. What have I said? Oh, farming as well. Trade, farming. Faithful farm. Okay, farm. Authority or military. I think farming's winning out. Farming. No faith in the north? Yeah. But alright, looks like farming. Now the second choice is always randomized. So we're going for farming for our next ambition. Having lost to the rebellious chiefs, Monarch Asgall III was dragged out of the palace and decapitated in a city square. After losing the civil war, the barons retreated to within their borders and immediately began plotting against the usurper. As a reward for staying loyal to the monarch, the top patricians were beheaded. In public, the survivors swore loyalty to the new regime. In private, they swore revenge. The chiefs launched a rebellion that toppled the monarch and devastated the kingdom. In the aftermath, nobody could stop them from taking the throne, and Orm was crowned to the half-hearted cheers from the traumatised common folk. Monarch Asgall III, the loser. No, Monarch Asgall was great. How tragic. That was a sudden turn of events, wasn't it? That really escalated out of control. Right there, right then. I mean, I guess you're right, they did lose, but it was like not their fault. They even tried to protect. Here's the real caveat. They even tried to protect Weldris II from the High Inquisitor. Oh dear. Final Park is the wealthiest. Epic is the poorest. And let's have a look at Orm. Orm's inheriting a right mess. Gonna be going for a farming ambition. Farming's, it's okay. I say the Monarch was the non-winner since instead of having no winner during the boat race. Ah, that's it. So we got Monarch Orm coming on in. Is it going to be okay? I don't even know. Having a look at this. You know what? In fact, the kingdom still is okay. I mean, it's not great, but it's still healthy. The only thing that we got that's 3 or less, which is like the danger zone, is the Chief's Faith. But we're not too worried about that. So, good showing, everyone. Goodbye, Teeny Bert. Everyone say goodbye to Teeny Bert in chat. We'll be packing up now. When is next episode? Right, so I was talking earlier. So everyone, listen. I was talking earlier. I'm going to try and just do one of these a week now. It's going to be either the Saturday or Sunday, based on whether or not which day I've got off work. Work is a good reason to pause, yeah. So next week we'll be playing on Sunday. But it may alternate a bit in future weeks. It's going to be once a week, either Saturday or Sunday. Usual time of 2 o'clock London time, 2:30 start. And hopefully that'll mean I'll continue to be able to do good quality streams rather than yawning throughout the entirety of the thing because I'm knackered. I'll be thinking about what I can do on the off day. What I can do after work. I'm thinking maybe Rogue Trader or something like it. But yeah, next week it'll be Sunday. Nakun, Pinky, Gibbo Nexus, Weldris, goodbye to you all. Final part, goodbye. Everyone say goodbye to everyone else. Ganahan, goodbye. Wait, that wasn't you. We're still working through the notifications. But there we are. So that's going to be it. It's going to be once a week for the foreseeable. And I'll have a think about what to play on the days where I come back from work. But thank you everyone for being here. Right, let's have a quick look.